What's going on, everybody? UCF Jaguar back with GenJag.com, and this Sunday the Jaguars are going to face off against the Indianapolis Colts in Indy for our third division game. So let's go ahead and break this down.
It's a foot race. Robinson and Browner, and it's Robinson who wins it. Touchdown, Jacksonville. His 14th win. Bortles with top, looking deep for Robinson.
So the Jaguars are 3-3, and they're technically tied for first place in the AFC South, being that the Tennessee Titans and Houston Texans are both also 3-3. And then we have the Indianapolis Colts coming off of a short week after facing off against the Tennessee Titans on a Monday Night Football game, and they come into this game with a record of 2-4. Now the Colts were an interesting team to follow throughout training camp and whatnot, just because of the Andrew Luck situation. The owner of the team was basically trying to pump up Andrew Luck like he was actually had a chance to play the opening season game, even though pretty much everyone did not expect that to happen. He left the door open for that, and then here we are about 7 weeks into the season, and we still haven't seen Andrew Luck play. But the Colts saw a deficiency at their quarterback position, so they decided to trade off their former first-round pick and Philip Dorsett to the Patriots to receive Jacoby Brissett. And Brissett saw some action before he really probably expected it, or even the Colts really expected it, after they got demolished week 1 by the Los Angeles Rams when Scott Tolzien was in there at quarterback. He just did a terrible job. I don't remember a Jacoby Brissett win in that game, but he was definitely a lot better of an option than Scott Tolzien was. But this is a matchup I like with the Jaguars because, first of all, we're playing in an odd week. Jaguars seem to win every odd week. And also their offensive line. The Colts' offensive line just is not very good right now, and it really could be a recipe for disaster when it comes to our defensive line, which is definitely a top 3 defensive line in the league, to hopefully be able to take advantage of some opportunities. The Colts, for whatever reason, they don't like to really invest much in their trenches, in the draft and whatnot. Usually they go out and get some skill kind of players, but the draft pick I really liked was Malik Hooker. I was really surprised when Malik Hooker dropped that far. It had to have just been because of injury concerns. I had him going in the top 6, top 7 of the draft because, when you compare him to Jamal Adams is more of a jack of all trades kind of thing, and, the Jets are using a lot toward that. But one thing I really liked about Malik Hooker is that he is a really rangy dude, sideline to sideline. He's really good cover guy, even though, he's had a little bit of struggles this season, but, he's still getting acclimated to everything. Safety is kind of a tough position to be able to transition to. When we go back to their offense, one player that we have to be able to shut down is T.Y. Hilton. T.Y. Hilton, in his 2 wins, he has averaged 165 yards receiving, but in the Colts' 4 losses, he's averaged 39 yards a game. So I think being able to control T.Y. Hilton will just be able to be a recipe for success for our team. But when you look at the Colts, they're really not all that great of a team. I don't like really calling teams bad, but the Colts, their 2 wins have come against the NFL's only teams without losses. Their wins have come against the Browns and San Francisco. So those really aren't too impressive of wins. But the thing with the Jaguars is we don't really have a good enough passing game to really be able to count us to beat any opponent. And in the NFL, the fact of the matter is it's extremely hard to win games. Every year you have multiple upsets. You really can't pencil in many games and say, okay, that's going to be an automatic W for that team. But some of my keys for this game is, going back to what I said earlier, our first key is to shut down T.Y. Hilton. T.Y. Hilton is really their main weapon right now. They're having some guys struggle. Dante Moncrief, he's struggling, even if he's in his contract year and he's struggling. You have their tight end Doyle. He's been dropping a lot of balls and stuff like that. They have an old kind of running back in Frank Gore. I like what I see out of Marlon Mack, but you just have to. I really think that if you're able to shut down T.Y. Hilton, you can see by the numbers that that's a real recipe for success. My second key is to be able to let Leonard Fournette pound the ball. Leonard Fournette is going to be a key every game because he is our offensive identity. Ever since we drafted him, I've been saying that he's our offense. We really don't have many playmakers on the team. Wide receivers we don't have. Really, Marquise Lee is the only guy that's really a versatile playmaker, it seems like. Our tight ends aren't very good. Leonard Fournette, he's a beast. Let this dude keep pounding the rock. And my third key is to be able to take advantage of the Colts' porous offensive line. Jaguars, as we all know, we have a great defensive line. If we can go in there and wreak some havoc, I think this is going to be a big game for Calais Campbell. He's been able to manhandle guys in the past, and he's just a key cog of our defense. So, I hope out of this game we can get about 5 or 6 sacks is what I'm hoping for. Shake Jacoby Brissett up a little bit. Jacoby Brissett, he's not a bad quarterback, but he's also not a great quarterback. I think this is probably the, I shouldn't say least talented quarterback just because the first game was kind of a wash at quarterback since the Texans really didn't know what the hell they were doing. But other than that, I think this matchup with this quarterback, I think that he's been the easiest probably quarterback that we've faced so far. But yeah, man, that's all I got. And I want to address something real quick about this jersey. A lot of you guys have been asking me, like, oh, why'd you replace Blake? You got no trust in him. Like, you hate him, all this stuff. The reason why I had Blake Bortles back there in the first place is because I am UCF Jaguar, and Bortles and Boye are both guys from UCF. So I liked having them up there, but I had so many people in my comment section just complaining about, take the Bortles jersey down, take the Bortles jersey down. And, one of my buddies, Samuel Claremont, hit me up with an autographed A-Rob jersey for $75, and I was like, you know what, if all my supporters, all the fans of the channel don't like looking at a Bortles jersey, then I'll go ahead and replace it for them. So I got the Bortles jersey in my closet. I replaced this back there for you guys. It's not because I hate Blake or anything, just I do this channel for you guys. You guys are the ones watching. You guys are the ones keeping it going, so I'm going to keep it real with you guys. But with all that said, that is all I got. Let's hope the Jaguars can take it to 4-3 going into the bye week. That would be huge for us. During a bye week, I'm going to have a bunch of special little videos come out. I'm going to try to do a really cool Leonard Fournette, big film room breakdown kind of thing of him. A little bit different than the film rooms I've been doing lately. Just film room videos take a lot of time to edit and stuff like that. That's why I don't put them out as much, but, definitely be on the lookout for that. Super excited about this game as every other Jaguar game. Let's hope Jaguars get that dub and take this back to the bye week with a record of 4-3, which would automatically at least tie us for first place in the AFC South. But with all that said, this is your homie UCF Jaguar coming at the boys from GenJag.com, and we out.
I know you. Oh, Joe, that ain't good enough. Come on, Joe. Ah!